What's up, sports bettors? We're going to bet a lot of money on Underdog Fantasy on NFL and MLB player props. So, why should you get Underdog Fantasy, right? The reason is they offer better payouts than PrizePicks. So, for a 3-pick entry, what you'll notice is Underdog Fantasy is 20 to win 120, 20 to win 100 in profit, okay? 20 to win 120, 20 to win 100 in profit, plus 500 odds. Now on PrizePicks, you're only getting 20 to 100 for a 3-pick entry, plus 400 odds, right? So these differences mean a lot. As a sharp bettor, you're always looking for value. You're always looking for where you can squeak out these profit margins, these edges. And, on PrizePicks, when you're only getting plus 400, when Underdog is giving you plus 500, you're at a big disadvantage, right? So we've gone through kind of the math before. But for any 3-pick entry on Underdog, you're getting minus 122 implied juice. On PrizePicks, it's minus 141, right? Again, on PrizePicks, 20 to win 80 in profit, 20 to win 100 total, including your stake, just plus 400 odds. So how does that work, right? You can kind of take a quick peek with a Parlay Calculator, and this will kind of show you the difference, right? So on PrizePicks, you're only getting plus 400 for a 3-pick entry, which is minus 141 implied odds. So because PrizePicks is always giving you plus 400, you're getting minus 141 implied odds, right? On Underdog, it's going to be minus 122, right? Plus 500. So what we're looking for is bets where we're getting value at minus 122 odds, and we're going to include them in a 3-pick entry on Underdog Fantasy. So the first pick I like, if we just go ahead and refresh the positive EV page, I'll put in Underdog Fantasy, 5-pick or 3-pick works for this, is a ridiculous player prop, right? Under 4.5Ks for Nelson. We're getting minus 122 implied odds on PrizePicks. This is a positive EV bet, so just a mathematically profitable bet. It's currently the highest profit margin bet on OddsJam. Let's remove these picks because I don't want any of them, but we want to go to Nelson. So I want his under. And, just like you're getting minus 122 implied juice, every sportsbook, right? Ignore PrizePicks. PrizePicks, this also would be good in like a 4-pick power play, 5-pick flex. But regardless, sportsbooks are pricing this from minus 164 to minus 176. So more efficient betting markets are telling you, hey, this under's a hammer, right? Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're pricing this at minus 176, right? And we're getting minus 122. So this is the sharpest bookmaker. They're pricing this at minus 176 on the under. DraftKings has it minus 170. So again, like sportsbooks, they imply win probabilities through their odds, right? So when you're getting a bet that's heavily juiced towards the under in your Underdog entry, like this is insane value, right? It should be pretty clear, but regardless, what we can also do is just like go to Caesars and we can take a quick look if we go to like MLB. And who does this Nelson guy play for? So we can like view the parlay if we put it all together. So in the Diamondbacks game at 4:10 p.m., we're going with pitching props under 4.5 for Nelson. So that's the first pick we have, okay? What's the second pick we want to go with? Let's take a look. And it's going to be this play. Joe Adele over half of a hit. Minus 122 on Underdog. All the sportsbooks pricing this minus 160 or higher. So this is in the Angels-Mariners game. So if we go back to Caesars, what we can do is take a look at this quickly. If we go to the Angels game, and this is definitely a play we want to go with. So if we go to the Angels game and then we go to prop bets, or no, we want hits, and then we want Joe Adele. So on Caesars, this current 2-leg parlay, you're only getting plus 154. When I put this in my Underdog entry, what you'll notice is Adele. So I want MLB. and I want this guy, Joe Adele. So on PrizePicks, we're getting plus 200 odds, right? Or Underdog Fantasy. 20 to win 40 in profit. On the sports books, if we go back here, you're only getting plus 154. So we're getting plus 200 on Underdog, 20 to win 40 in profit. We're only getting plus 154 on Caesars, right? So there's clear value in both these plays. So what's the next play I want? Let's go back to the positive EV tool, and it's really this simple, right? The positive EV tool is constantly scanning Underdog, Fantasy, the sports books, to try to show you those spots with value. And these are two ridiculous MLB props that you should be all over. So the third pick that we want to go with is going to be Allen Robinson right here. So Allen Robinson, and then maybe we have a fourth pick, but a little less bullish on this one, lower EV. So we want Allen Robinson under 4.5 receptions. Again, all the sports books have it heavily juiced. We're getting it minus 122. So this is for the Rams-Falcons game. So let's go here, and then we want to go to NFL. And then we want to go to Allen Robinson under 4.5 receptions. So we're getting 20 to win $100 in profit, 20 to win 120 total, including our stake. And then if we go to Caesars, let's go real quickly to the NFL. Where are you, baby? So we want to look at the Rams game. And what we'll notice is, hey, wow. Was it the Commanders losing? God, I have so much money on them. So we want to go here, and then we want to go to total receptions. And this is what's fascinating, is we're only getting plus 282 on PrizePicks, or on Caesars, I apologize. 20 to win 76.34, right? Plus 282 odds. So here, we're getting 20 to win 120. That's value, right? This is how you make money sports betting. There's no BS. There's no finger to the wind. It's data-driven, looking for value in the odds. And it's only possible, because, again, OddsJam has real-time odds from all these sports books, right? So you should be taking advantage of that to find these opportunities, where you're getting so much value on PrizePicks. Like it should just be clear that getting this at minus 122 is insane value when every sportsbook is pricing it at minus 160-ish, minus 170. It's just absolutely ridiculous value. This is why sports betting is so fun. So what we can do is hammer it. And maximum entry amount for 3 selections is $500. So let's do this. Let's see if they take 500. I already have Allen Robinson in some picks, so I've hit my limit on Allen Robinson. So let's see if they let me bet $100 on this, and they do. So boom. So we have Nelson under 4.5, Joe Adele over half of a hit. Then we have Allen Robinson under 4.5 receptions. So that's the first pick I'm going with, and maybe they'll let us bet a little more on it, so we can try going here, and then we can try going here, and then we wanted Nelson, and we want him under 4.5 strikeouts. I think that's what we wanted, and let's see if they'll take a little more on it. So definitely we want the under, and let's see if they'll take another like 250 or something on it. Boom, they do. So we have Allen Robinson under 4.5 receptions. Right, if we go back here, Allen Robinson under 4.5. Joe Adele over half of a hit. And then we have Nelson under 4.5 strikeouts. So 3 bets with very big edge. Then another tool I was looking at is the middles tool on OddsJam, which is pretty good for finding line discrepancies. And I found a couple plays on Nico Collins as well as Devontae Adams. So the play I like on Devontae, if we just kind of take a look here, is I like Devontae Adams under 100.5 receiving yards. So what you'll notice is the sports books are kind of setting the line at, 92.5, 90.5. Like, where the mainline market is 92.5. So the sports books have the over/under for Devontae for the most part at 92.5, 93.5. Is we can get under 100.5, like a full 8 yards higher on Underdog Fantasy, which seems pretty good, right? So this is one extra play I did kind of like as a bonus play. And then Nico Collins, under 40.5. You can see right here, under 40.5 receiving yards, I also liked. So what we can do is go back here, and we can say, okay, so I've met the max on, so we want this Joe guy. So we want him to have a hit. We want Nelson lower than 4.5 strikeouts. And then I kind of like that NFL play of Nico Collins under 40.5 receiving yards. Because again, like, you know, most of the sports books have this at 35.5, 36.5, 37.5. We're getting pretty clear value being able to get under 40.5, right? So what we can do is kind of dabble in this. Let's go back here. So maybe we'll hit this for 250. Boom. And then what we can also do is place one last one. I don't like it as much is if we take Joe, we want Nelson, and then we can take Devontae and fade Devontae. So we can take him under 100.5 receiving yards. So Nelson under, Joe Adele hits. And then this will be my third pick. So I've reached the limit, so okay, that's okay. Let's try 150, see if that works. Boom. So now we have a lot of picks open. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. We gave out 3 plays. We have Nelson under, Adams under 100.5. Just pure value plays from OddsJam, kind of browsing around odds. Again, it's free to browse odds. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's make some money.